Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Apex Racing TV. Also, Facebook Live for the BSR Formula Renault series. The series getting ever closer to its conclusion. Just 8 races to go, 2 rounds. The first comes at the fearsome Mount Panorama circuit in Australia, Bathurst. And, well, I'm Andrew Woodhouse, joined by Alex Simpson, and Alex, this is not a track you would want to see on the calendar when you're coming up to the last couple of weeks of the championship, especially if you are leading it.
No, penultimate round of the championship. Anything can go wrong here. I mean, I was looking at the points before we came on air. There's, Watkins, of course, we missed, unfortunately, due to that bomb scare on the M1. But it looks like it was an eventful meeting. Martin certainly closed the gap up a little bit. So a bad week from Keithley, and it's game on going into the final round. So, and if there's anywhere where you can have a bad week, it's here. I mean, there's no runoff areas or anything. It might be nothing to do with Keithley. There might just be some big wreck in front of him that he just can't get out of the way of, and it's going to cause him a DNF. So, yeah, I'm sure he's going to be driving very cautiously tonight, hoping that nothing like that happens, because, yeah, it could wreck his championship.
A lot of drivers crashing in the last couple of minutes as well. Just seen Chepelewski crashing, Ongener, Van Loosenord, all out of qualifying, it looks like. So, just waiting on Roy Verke to come through for his final lap. He's just going down the... where is Roy? Going on to Conrod Straight now. Really, really long, fast section. And this really, really fast right-hander at the chase. It'll be easy flat in these Formula Renault cars. It's an absolute terrifying corner in the Kia Optima. But in the Renault, it's very, very easy flat. 250 km/h now, hard on the brakes into the chicane, left, right. And then it'll just be Murray's Bend to come. The Belgian Roy Verke currently sits in 9th place. Can he get above Rafe Cullinan into 8th? Can he get even higher? Verke crosses the line, and it's 2:04.957. He does jump Rafe Cullinan into the top 8.
Good for Roy. We had the pleasure, didn't we, of meeting Roy at the expo?
We did indeed.
Yeah, nice lad. So I think he turned up just about the wrong time, didn't he, at our place, just as we were getting hammered on the Friday night. So it's like, surprise, hello.
It's the just as the alcohol started flowing. Thanks to VRS Coanda Sim Sport as well for my hangover.
Yeah.
Thanks to them.
I saw a great GIF today on Facebook that I really wanted to tag them, but yeah, I went to try and do it and disappeared. So I was like, oh damn it! It would have been absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Philip Stam and Marty Patella with, put it this way, some of the best barmen in the Nürburgring area for that week, I reckon, Alex.
Yeah, they failed at their purple concoction though. It turned out black. So
it did.
Better luck next year, lads. Better luck next year.
And for me too, I'll leave it at that. So, the qualifying is over. Martin Mellow's not on pole position, 2 minutes 1.2 with Jack Keithley alongside him. Keithley is well, a good meeting here, Alex, and he could virtually clinch the championship. Stephen Baxter in 3rd, with Yannick Ongener in 4th, Jos Honig 5th, Paul Denton 6th, Stelin Chepelewski 7th, Roy Verke 8th, Rafe Cullinan 9th, Alex Smolensky in 10th, Tom Depke 11th, and Josh Thompson will be starting in 12th. And it's very close in the AM category as well, Alex, as it has been for the whole season, really.
Yeah, ridiculously close. What's the points difference? 11 points separating Paul Denton and Baxter at the moment at the top. Honig just 92 points behind him. 5 points back is for Verke. So, yeah, the top 4, I think, all have got a shout at winning it at the moment. Thompson, 305 points back. Well, he'll need the top 4 to disconnect or DNF in at least 3 or 4 races to get back into this.
Yeah, and the likelihood of that, well, maybe at Bathurst there's an opportunity for those guys to make up some points. We've seen it before.
That's the thing. If there's anywhere to do it, you know, and there's of course the drivers are voting on the final round of the season. Yeah. So, and that's looking like it's going to be the Nordschleife. So, come on, if it could happen again, you know.
Thing is with this circuit,
anywhere else, that's 2 circuits on the bounce that you really could just DNF in any opportunity. So.
Yeah, some of the tracks that we've been to this season, they're not very well known for actual driving mistakes. And Bathurst, Nordschleife, definitely 2 tracks where get it wrong, basically, Alex, and just smash into a wall like it's nothing. 1 lapse of concentration would end your day. Right, drivers just about making their way onto the starting grid then. 15-minute race as usual for the first one. And then it'll be laps after that, after we've kind of determined the number of laps. I do think it's quite a good way of doing it, but it does sort of make us forget whether it's laps or time. But yeah, I think we're going to get a good one today. Van Loosenhoorn, Keithley, Baxter, all very evenly matched. Baxter's come on an absolute treat this season. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, you'd have told me at the start of the season that Stephen Baxter would qualify less than a quarter of a second behind Martin Van Loosenhoorn at Bathurst, I would have probably laughed at you.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
That is a fantastic improvement, a fantastic effort, and he could very well win the AM category.
I think. Well, I don't want to say who's favourite. I think between him and Paul Denton, those guys have been super consistent all season long, and that's why they're there now. Honig is having a good shout as well in the showdown. So, yeah, gonna be interesting.
Here we go then. It's green for round 133. What a start by Van Loosenhoorn. That was fantastic. Keithley got away to a bit of a poor one. Baxter is almost challenging his teammate into hell corner for the first time. Now he's under pressure from Yannick Ongena, who goes to the outside here. Belgian driver. I think he's just going to get out of the way of Baxter, really. Don't want to interfere with his teammate's race. Ducks back in just before turn 2. And you've got side-by-side action.
Oh, Denton and Stallion, they come together going into turn 2. I thought for a minute Denton had a one-way ticket to the wall there, but managed to keep it out of that. But yeah, that's what we say, you know, any place on this circuit, you know, you can have a mistake and run into the wall. So just a tiny little wheel tap there, and Paul was frantically trying to save the car.
Doesn't appear they've got any damage, Alex. I think they're going to be okay.
It looked like wheel to wheel.
What's that?
It looked like wheel to wheel, didn't it? So
yeah,
good.
Yeah, I think they're okay on that one. Rafe Cullinan and Josh Thompson very close together, as are Denton and Depka. Oh, what's that into the wall? It's Cullinan. Rafe Cullinan into the wall. And I don't know if he can keep going. That'll probably be a black
Stallion as well. Stallion's out too. Not quite sure how Stallion retired. I think they were side by side trying to avoid the car of Cullinan there. Let's have a little look back and see if we can see exactly how he lost it.
Just a low speed spin for Cheppy, Alex, so he should be able to get back going, and he is indeed.
Because so I think, was that Denton? Yeah, it was Denton who hit the wall. You're right, and one of the Apex cars, I think it might have been Depka, also got into him. So yeah. So has Denton got any damage?
Yeah, he's got his front wing is absolutely destroyed on the left-hand side.
Yeah, he hit that wall hard.
On the right-hand side.
Depka goes through. It's just all about finishing this race now for Denton. We've got to do anything about trying to get up to his teammate.
Right there. And he's going to come under pressure from Roy Viverka. I'm sure later on, Alex Smolensky as well, who may have started from the pits, is also lurking. Picking up the pits, Rafe Cullinan is in there. I doubt he'll be going any further. At the front, Martin Van Loosenhoorn leading by 1.6 seconds over Jack Keithley, with Stephen Baxter in 3rd place, Yannick Ongena in 4th. It's a little bit of an annoying position probably for Yannick Ongena to be in, Alex. He's not really fighting for a championship, and he's kind of got to yield to Keithley, he's got to yield to Baxter. He's just got to kind of stay there for the whole race, isn't he, really?
Yeah, I don't really know what happened to Yannick in the showdown. He just to get caught up in everything, really. Yeah.
He had a couple of shocking weeks.
600 points behind. Oh, well, there we go.
Big hit coming over Brock's skyline, and well, that is Well, that's the commentator's
Oh,
curse.
Thompson into the wall, heavy as well. Just came in there a bit hot. Desperate to get the car stopped. Well, doesn't matter how good you are. There he goes into the wall again. That's the understeer that he's got now. So that wing is toast. We'll see how he finishes.
That's the other side of the wing done for. He's done that one worse than he did the other one. The other side. Not going to be many of them left at this rate, I don't think. Hear me.
This is exactly what we said, didn't we, to start this one? Talking about survival. Keithley just driving out there, just calm and steady. He's got himself a 2.7 second gap now to Martin, and behind him to Baxter. So,
Quick mate, if we set off now, we might be able to get in the top 10.
Yeah.
Kepelowski's back in the race, 43 seconds behind.
Very damaged wing as well.
It was good to see Stellion at the Sim Expo, who's staying with us for the entire weekend. And yeah, it was good to see him, and Mr. Janowski as well.
Yeah, it was good to see those guys, wasn't it? And
hopefully we can get more people next time.
Yeah. Yeah, although we rammed those two houses with 12 of us sleeping. So.
Yeah, you're right, actually. We didn't have any space, any extra space, I should say. And Van Loosenord, he's got a bit of understeer, but probably the safest way here at Bathurst, to be honest.
Martin, of course, was there as well. We saw him just for a little while. Not sure you would have known that, Woody, because you'd have still been recovering in bed after when we met him.
Oh, dear me, name and shame, never mind. I mean, can't deny it, unfortunately.
I only said you were recovering in bed, I didn't say any more.
Yep, recovering. Exactly what it was. And, oh! Van Loosenord hits the wall with the rear wheel. Now,
I think he's got away with that one. I'm still tracking straight by the looks of it.
Just about, I think, yeah.
He doesn't need to be pushing it though, does he? Like that hard.
You don't want another one of those. That is for sure. Because one more of those could absolutely ruin his race. Be interesting to see if he does lose any speed. If he has knocked the suspension a little bit. But it's so easy to do at Forest Elbow, isn't it? Because just the way that the track kind of just drops away. And yeah, can just understeer for days. Thompson is somehow still, I think, in the top 5. Or has he just dropped out of the top 5? I think he's just dropped behind Tom Depker, who for once isn't one of the cars with damage.
Yeah, he got... oh, you're right. Yeah,
it's
sorry.
Fine.
So the car behind, which was Thompson. I was like, oh no. Yeah, he managed to get away with that one, didn't he? I think that was when Denton went to the wall, and then sort of Cheppy hit him as well. But yeah, actually, it was just sort of to the wheels rather than to any bodywork. So yeah, got away with that.
Me. It is a race of attrition today. And oh, dear me, Stellion. Very out of shape coming out of Murray's Bend. Not really much margin for error on this Bathurst circuit. The runoff areas are not really very big at all. And you know, it's a proper circuit, Alex. You can have, we've seen in recent years in a lot of the Australian races, it's some major accidents here.
Oh, there has been absolutely some huge ones. So V8s, big old beastie things, and yeah. Some crazy crashes. Martin giving that outside wall onto Conrad a little bit of a wide berth this time.
Yeah, I think that's the smart ploy. He stays away from the crown in the road. He stays on the left-hand side. See if he can.
If anyone wonders why and why we're talking like that as well, because if you haven't run the car or any other sort of high downforce car that's very low to the ground. The crest is so severe there that actually you can drag the bottom of the car where the wheels go over the centre, yeah, and actually reduce your speed. So yeah, a little tip for you as well. I do remember there's an area on the straight that you can do that at Watkins Glen as well. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, you just have to be a little careful. I'm not sure.
The back straight or the main straight?
It's the back straight going towards the carousel. I don't think it's. I don't think it affects the Renault, but I remember specifically it affecting the FW31. And I remember I used to going on the racing line, so people would try and overtake me by going up the inside next to me. And that's exactly where that little bit is that they catch it. And of course they slowed down. It was like, yes, thank you. You don't know about that.
And
so
they were probably thinking, how is he so fast?
Yeah, exactly. What's going on? So where's he getting this extra speed? And it's not that. They're just slowing down. So
thanks, mate.
There you go. Well, you know we like to find them. Where there's a wheel, there's a way.
Where there's a wheel, there's a way. Oh, very good, very good. Van Loosenhout then. Should we go on board, Alex?
Let's do it. We've sort of been half with him this lap anyway. Let's go completely on board. Come down the mountain. That little flick left can really upset the car there. I've lost it a few times doing some testing in the Renault here. And this corner, very, very difficult. The back end likes to get a little bit light coming through the kink right. And again, he's all right there, I think. So, just rubbing up against it.
Excuse me. And then it's just the waiting game here, but you can see the crown. It's very visible on this camera angle.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, you know, the guys are really having to trim this car out around here as well, even though they need all that downforce coming up and down the mountain. But because those straights are so long, you can't afford to be slow in a straight line at all here.
Can we stick with him as well for the start of the next lap? Because I'd love you to take us through the climb up the mountain, because that's usually the bit that a lot of people don't tend to really pay a lot of attention to.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say an expert around here by any means, but obviously into turn one, Martin leaning on the camber that's on the inside of that corner there, so you can take a fair bit of extra speed and get onto the power a little earlier. He's already getting himself lined up for turn two. It's exactly the same coming into turn two as well. There's lots of camber, so you can really throw the car into it. But if you're just a little bit wide, you won't get that camber, and that's why you don't see very many overtakes there around the outside, because they haven't got the camber to lean on. Through this little kink, and then a little bit of a break, and
you've got to get really close to the wall.
Yeah, through the uphill section. It's basically flat out here if you just get the line absolutely perfect. Car so low to the ground, so easy to bottom out. Martin, threads the needle through there. Have a little dab here, really, just to get the car in, and away, and then back down the mountain we go. So that's the whole lap.
He tackles this bit as well. The car really does go up in the air over that little left-hander.
Yeah, it gets very, very light there. You do have to be careful of that.
No wonder you get the understeer as well, because that's another reason why you'll get it, is because the front left is in the air.
Depka's got some damage. Andrew, you cursed him, and he's down in 9th place now, so I don't quite know what happened. It was last lap as well.
Catching Smolensky though.
15 seconds that cost him, so yeah, that was a problem.
I reckon he'll be able to get Smolensky down the mountain, possibly. Oh, he's on the inside, he's through. Good move, actually.
Alex saw him, didn't he? Give him the room.
Very brave. Josh Thompson said he's had some issues with his gearbox. Really know what that is. Whether that's a hardware failure or whether he's just damaged the car to that extent, but
still out there though, isn't he? With his crumpled front wing.
Maybe needs to pay more attention to the driving and not to the typing, I don't know.
Yeah. Handle more like a go-kart now, want it out there. No wing, so he'll be right at home.
He had some good fun in some electric karts as well when we were out in Germany.
Ah, we did. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
At the Nürburgring kart arena.
Maybe we wanted to go karting again, actually.
Yeah, well, I definitely think we should.
2 minutes to go then, Andrew. Where's Martin? So we probably get this one and another one in. I wonder if that's going to catch a few people out thinking it was going to be the one lap shorter, but yeah, Martin's definitely going to get around for another.
Well, fuel around here could be an absolute disaster, couldn't it, really? If you run out, especially if you run out coming down the hill, it might not be so bad.
No, true. You might be able to get there.
But if you run out on the way up the hill, you are stuffed.
Yeah. For Verke, closing in on Denton. Of course, those two are effectively in a championship battle. 90 odd points between them at the moment.
Yeah, only 1 second difference separates them at the moment.
Yeah, if he can stay sort of within that sort of 1 second coming through the mountain, he'd probably get him down the straight because of the damage that Paul's got on that front wing.
And they're both catching Thompson, who's also got severe damage, as we've mentioned before. So, interesting. Could be some position changes on the last lap or two.
Yeah, maybe 2 places for Roy. I say he needs all these points. He's going to lose some ground on Baxter in this one, but he's going to close up on the other guys. Oh no, sorry, Honig's 4th. Honig's having a good race as well, and that's what he needs to do to close up to Denton. So let's see. I tell you what, Paul very good through that last part, through the downhill section.
Yep.
It was very quick through there, and it was 0.6 of a second the gap, and now it's 1.1. So really pulled away there, and that's what's going to keep him ahead. So that's where Roy needs to focus on nailing on the final lap of the race, and he might be able to get a place. I mean, he's caught up half a second down the straight, so that'll give you some idea. He can get the toe as well when he reaches 0.5. That's going to be sort of 6-7 tenths he's going to get down that back straight. So he's just got to stay in contention.
Well, Thompson's suffering in a straight line as well. He's lost a bit of time, and Depka is on the back of this group as well as we start the final lap. Martin van Loosnord is making his way up the hill to McPhillamy Park.
Depka up the inside of Verke, so that's that move done. So Roy's going to find it a little bit difficult, but I think Tom definitely will try and get past both of these guys if he can, get back up to 5th place.
What we can do then, he will have a straight line speed advantage here. Do on the final lap, these points will be important, especially for Paul Denton really, with Stephen Baxter in 3rd. Going to lose out a fair bit is Denton. Have a look there, Martin van Loosnord down the corner on straight. The final time here today. Well, it was just
a little scared, didn't he?
It was just the start that made it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but yeah,
he was gone.
Hitting the wall, it wasn't what he wanted, but managed to get away with it without any damage. And the Dutchman coming through will be the final corner for Martin van Loosnord. And round 133 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Series goes to Martin van Loosnord. I
know Peter was saying since they've put the tyre warmers on as well, the first laps were a lot easier in this car. So Jack Keithy coming across in 2nd. So it's Martin obviously just nailing that first lap, knows that the car's underneath him now. Baxter coming across in 3rd place, 17 seconds back, but he'll still be delighted with that. Perfect for what he needed. Top ham driver, extended his lead.
Depka must have had an issue on this lap because he's well down.
Oh yeah.
Well down. He's even behind. Behind Smolensky.
Yeah, let's see if we can see what happened.
Wonder if Verke is going to have a go into the last corner, Alex.
He got past Denton.
A spin.
Oh yeah, he did. He lost it coming through. I think that's the dipper, isn't it?
Yeah. So Denton, and Verke, and then Smolensky then in 8th and Depka in 9th. So Martin van Loosnord takes the win by 5.6 seconds over Jack Keithley. Stephen Baxter in 3rd, Jos Honig 4th. Josh Thompson battled to 5th with quite a lot of damage in the end. Paul Denton in 7th for Roy Verke, Alex Smolensky in 8th, Tom Depka 9th, and then the retirement Selin Chepelevsky, Yannick Ongena, and Rafe Cullinan. Okay, everybody, race 1 is complete. We've still got 3 more to go tonight. So join us back here after the break here on Apex Racing TV and Facebook Live, the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and the BSR Formula Renault from Mount Panorama Circuit in Australia. Andrew Woodhouse and iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson with you. And Alex, race 1 was pretty attritional. There's a lot of drivers finding the walls, and well, it could well be like that again in race 2.
Yeah, I think more of the same is what we're going to expect from this one.
Tom Depker on pole then for Apex Racing Academy. Alexander Smolenski in 2nd, Roy Ververke 3rd, 4th Paul Denton, 5th Josh Thompson, Jos Honig in 6th, with Stephen Baxter in 7th, Jack Keithley 8th, Martin van Loozenord in 9th, and Stelian Chepolewski in 10th, Yannick Ongener 11th, and at the back then is Rafe Cullen. 15 seconds to go. Start of round 2 of the evening, round 134 of 140. Here we go then, red lights are on. Green light is on. It's a decent start by Depker. Smolenski got away better for ProSim. Roy Ververke in 3rd. And
that was the wheel-to-wheel further back. I think Thompson's in the pits. I think they've all got through that turn 1. I thought for a minute there was going to be contact.
The Faker guys and the Apex guys getting pretty close together. Admit.
Come on, very slow on the inside. I don't know who that is.
Who is
but
that?
Very, very slow. Smolenski just literally crawling up the straight.
Oh really? Just getting out of the way of everybody?
It looked like it, yeah.
There's no real sense for Smolenski in fighting everyone. He is off the pace around this circuit, and yeah, if he does decide to go wheel to wheel with people, it's just not getting those points for ProSim that he was drafted into the championship to do just that.
Well, this is the thing. They're here for one reason and one reason only, isn't it? And that's to score points on a regular basis, so that ProSim get the AM championship.
You're right, it is Van Loozenord up the inside of Denton.
3rd already. It's ridiculous.
The downhill section, he's so quick around here, but I think it's his starts that really, set him apart from everybody else in this series. He's not much faster than the likes of Keithley, is he? But just his racecraft is just better, isn't it? It's just more polished.
Yep, that's it.
Keithley's
going by his teammate, yeah.
He's trying to take his teammate, Paul Denton. Stelian Chepolewski and Jos Honig side by side as well, coming down. If you see them splitting the crown of the road, as we were talking about in race 1, of course, don't want the car to bottom out. Very low ground clearance in these Formula Renaults. Honig goes a bit wide.
Oh, spin. I think Ongener again. He's having a mare tonight.
Having a mare of a showdown. Just terrible results for Yannick Ongener in the last few weeks. Josh Thompson goes through and into, will be, I think it's 10th place. 11th, sorry. Yep.
Started from the pits as well, so he's on the back of the pack already. So good first lap from
the bottom. Now
Josh.
He's here.
Martin's into the lead already.
Van Loozenord, yeah, into the lead. Nick and Tom Depker coming out of turn 1. That would be Depker's job. It's for himself and for Martin Van Loozenord to keep the likes of Jack Keithley behind. Keithley's got to take the ProSim car of Roy Ververke up the inside then of the Belgian. He goes into the uphill section. He's got to hug the wall on the inside there. It's so easy to understeer into the wall. But Jack Keithley going through and into 3rd place. Once more, ascending the ranks here in this race, the BSR Formula Renault Series. 8-lap race here in round 2 of the evening. 4 in total. Rounds 133 to 136 of the season out of 140. Stelian Chepolewski's on the move as well. He's trying to get past Jos Honig, but he's not going to do it in this downhill section. That's one thing you can't do in the coming down the mountain, is you can't really get overtakes done.
No, you just have to be patient, don't you, really, coming down there. There's just no room, it's one line. Watch for anybody who makes mistakes, really. You can, where you can get by.
Yep. Indeed. And the walls are in such close proximity, you don't want to make any mistakes at all. Van Loozenord is away, and that is the last I think we'll see of him, ladies and gentlemen. in this one, and that's no disrespect to anybody else, it's just the truth.
Yeah, Keithley gone past Epka as well.
Keithley up into P2 then.
What you've effectively got is 1, 2 and 3 in the Pro Series standings right
1,
there.
2 and 3.
Yeah. In the exact, well, not the right order, but yeah.
Great job from Roy Ververke in still maintaining E4. Under pressure here though, he just didn't get the traction out of the corner, did he? And Denton went inside, be important for Denton's championship. Goes through. Ververke, not one of the quicker drivers in this series, but at least at this track. And yeah, struggling there to keep those faker guys behind. Jos Honig having a look as well. Behind them, Stephen Baxter and Stelin Chepelewski going wheel to wheel. Baxter who finished 3rd in race 1. And that's up into 7th position for him.
Well, there, exactly what I was talking about the camber on the inside of turn 2. As for Verke, he was sort of wide, just couldn't carry the speed through and almost lost the place to Honig behind, even though he was the aggressor there. So
it's like the first Lesmo, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly.
The closer you get to the inside, the better grip you have.
Little pat here though. Yeah. Chepelewski and yeah, Honig and Verke here.
I think that counts as a gaggle, mate. What do you think?
That's it. I think we have a gaggle finally.
Officially do. Holy cow! And coming down the mountain, going down the mountain when they come, and well, they've all made it so far without backing it into the wall. Here in Australia, Mount Panorama, situated in New South Wales.
You say that, I think this lap by Epka has found the wall because he's got a massive amount of wing damage.
He must have found the wall.
I thought I heard something in the background as well.
Forest Elbow, is it not?
Did.
Oh, it was on the entry to Forest Elbow. He lost the rear under braking. It just pushes him into the wall. He didn't hit the wall on the outside on the way out. It was on the way in, Alex.
Oh, look at this. This is a gaggle now. All this 2x2.
Oh man.
Prosim and yeah, Faker going at it.
Baxter up the inside of Chepelewski, and he's going to get Ververke here. So that's
Martin has lost the lead. Keithley's through.
Oh,
what's happened there?
And Baxter's taken 3 positions on one straight, Alex. 1 corner and 1 straight.
Oh wow. Let's get a little look. Let's get a little look back at that, and then let's take a quick look and see what happened to Martin.
They're all over the road here. Thompson's in there, Cullinan's in there, if you can tell me.
We've got the one going into Murray's, and they've got great drive out of Murray's actually. Just going to be straight by all of them, isn't he? Yeah, fantastic move. And of course he's got the inside where the camber lies for Hill Corner, and yeah, straight through. So that's awesome stuff. Right, and let's look back and see what happened to Martin.
Lost the lead. What a disaster. Well, a disaster for him. Elation for Jack Keithley, who, if he can keep the victory in his sights, then he might almost secure the championship tonight.
Had a spin, that was all it was. Nothing major, no slowdown or anything like that.
Well, that'll teach me for saying stupid things at the start of the race then, won't it?
He's losing ground, like hand over fist at the minute though, so which I don't know why. Because he shouldn't have had any damage off of that at all. He didn't hit anything or anything like that, so...
Quite slow in a straight line, isn't he, compared to Keithley? It's about 10 kilometres an hour down, mate.
That's a bit odd.
Well, maybe not so much now. He's getting in it back at the end of the straight. It just seemed slow to reach that speed. See what the gap is. It was 3.1 seconds in reverse. Keithley comes across and does a 2:01.8. See how much time exactly Van Loosenhoor's lost? 2:09.59 seconds he lost there.
Yeah, and
this
the
will be a
last
real
was a
struggle
2-minute flat that he did, so he's got the pace to catch back up to Jack, and he's already started to bring that gap down. But yeah, it let it rise to quite a high figure, and they're still battling behind as well. This is a great little fight.
It's going to be a real struggle for
Thompson,
him now, though.
Cullinan. And Yannick as well is involved in it now.
Malensky.
Oh, Depka out. Unfortunately, he must have had a meatball.
Yep.
So he won't score any points for this one, but he won't mind too
Meatball for
much.
quite an innocuous.
Oh! That's Thompson and...
Did they go in the wall, or
I
did
think
they
it was
manage
Thompson
to...
and Cullinan that were very, very close. They managed to stay out the wall, but that was, yeah, that could have been nasty.
I think they have just avoided it, haven't they? So
Yeah.
Thompson, very close. It's a great battle, this, in the midfield. Fantastic. It's been like that for the last few weeks, hasn't it, between these drivers? Whoa! Who was that really close to the wall? That was Ongenet. He's really letting it all hang out here. Thompson, well, he's desperately searching for a way through. You've got to say to Josh, he's a driver who really likes to trim out the car. Just be patient, don't hit anything on the way down the mountain. You might have half a chance of picking somebody off into the chicane.
Yeah, he got a little out of shape, didn't he, there? And set him back a little bit.
He falls into the trap. Josh Thompson of just overdriving the car. And here comes Yannick Ongenet, who needs a good result, just of any kind, really. Not even for the championship, just for his own sanity, possibly. As he comes down Conrod straight. Side by side with Rafe Cullinan. Cullinan's got the outside. He's not going to give up easily here. Irishman on the inside. Around the outside goes the Belgian. He takes it.
Move. Good move from Yannick in the end.
Cullinan wasn't going to give up that position. In that fight, at least, and that's how it should be. With 2 weeks to go in the championship. I want to see the Faker guys racing each other next week hard, Alex, because...
Yeah, 2.3 seconds between Baxter and Denton right now, and Baxter coming at Denton at about a second a lap, so maybe this will give us an indication of their mindset right now. Although I have to say Baxter is sensible enough just to stay right behind, because losing 1 point after gaining about 6 or 7 on the last race, it's no big deal, keeps him safe.
Heathley lost half a second to Van Loozenhoord on that last lap. And
it's not going to be enough though, he's not going to get there at that sort of pace. He needs like a second a lap, really.
Yeah, and
can't even see Jack, really.
But as well, Heathley's just... He's smart now. He'll just be pacing himself, won't he? Because he does not want to be pushing too hard. He does not need a DNF here tonight, because that would be absolutely disgusting for his championship, shall we say.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this isn't a disaster for Martin either, really. I mean, it's going to take a DNF, I think, for Martin to win this championship from Jack, because there's just not enough points difference from sort of first to sort of 10th, 11th to 12th, you know, and I think even when Jack gets damages, he's still finishing around sort of 8th place, so...
It barely matters where you finish at the minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, once you've got this kind of a lead, you're right, it doesn't... It's just a case of you need to finish, really.
He might as well start every... I mean, I know he's got... going to have more honour than that, you would think, but... You almost think he might as well just start every race in the pit lane and just trundle along at the back and finish the race, but...
Yeah, he could do exactly that. Right, so Denton and Baxter then very close together. Let's see what their two mindsets are.
He almost doesn't need to...
Denton going to let him go? I think so, would you? But you know.
I wouldn't think so now. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago I would have done, but...
I mean, Baxter should surely just be able to get the momentum here to get by anyway, naturally, down the straight. Pulls out the slipstream. If there's anything Denton's can do here, he's got the inside as Baxter, so he's going to have the high ground. Oh, squeeze! Oh. No, he doesn't squeeze him. Thought he was going to squeeze him for a moment, but actually that was just Denton getting out. Just clearly on the radio, he's like, "On you go."
That's what happens when all Paul Denton's going to lose is probably what, 1 point.
1 point, yeah.
Maybe 2. But it's not really.
Yeah,
it's not going to hurt him at all, is
gain
it?
of 1 point, he's got a net loss of 1 point, so you're right, 2 points effectively is what he's lost.
2 points. So I mean, yeah, it's not going to be anything he'll lose sleep about, I don't think. For the final round of the season, God knows where that's going to be. Could be the Nürburgring.
Yeah, like I say, the Nordschleife looking like the favourite for the moment. I'm not sure that's the most sensible of places to do a final round, but the drivers are picking, so yeah, it's up to them.
I'm a driver, I could
we'll broadcast it, whatever. Yeah, it's on the Facebook group.
tracks do we have? Tracks can we vote on? Brands Hatch, Nürburgring, Nordschleife, Mosport, Interlagos, Dolder, Imola and Snetterton. Interlagos, final round. You want that? That's what my vote is.
Simpson on Chippy. That speed.
Mate, Interlagos is made for final rounds, isn't it? In the Formula 1,
it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Who would forget 2008? What a final round that was. And 2009 as well.
2008 was an epic one, emotional roller coaster, that race, wasn't it, for so many people involved.
Oh, Massa.
Yeah. His dad more than anything.
He'll get a little bit sad for Massa, you know. That was his only
dad
chance,
was just loving it, wasn't he? Oh shit.
It was his only chance of it, but yeah, it was. I think what had happened though was I think, am I right that Vettel had got past Hamilton? I think.
That was it. Yeah,
so
yeah,
he'd lost another place. I think they thought he was. They thought he was clear, and then of course the rain came, and you know, I do believe though. By the way, everybody always has a bit of a go at Timo Glock on that one, but I do believe he finished higher than he was before the rain came. So it was a good gamble to do.
He stayed out on the slicks, didn't he? That was right.
Yeah, he did. I think he did finish just behind Lewis. I'd have to check that again, but.
Yeah, he literally got him going into Young Chow, didn't he? That was it.
Yeah, that was when Hamilton wasn't
dressing like a crazy man.
And whining and things like that. And dressing like he just found clothes in the back of the in a dumpster behind Asda or something. Anyway.
From the 60s.
Yeah. Jack Keighley coming down the back straight then. He's just got the chase and the final chicane and Murray's Bend to go. He's going to take a win, which is going to put him in well and truly in the driving seat. He's pretty much got one hand on the BSR Formula Renault Championship. Needs to complete the last 6 races and finish. As long as he finishes them all, he's pretty much guaranteed the championship now. So Jack Keighley comes through, and you know what? He didn't make a mistake there. Martin Velusno did, and Jack Keighley takes a big step towards the title here in Australia with that one in race 2. Martin Velusno second, pointed with that. The race he should have won. Stephen Baxter coming through.
Third again.
Finishing third. One hand on the AM title almost for...
Oh, you can't say that. Yeah, Denton's still right there, look, you know. So...
No, I can't say that at all. No, it's very, very close indeed. And that one's going to go down to the wire. Josh Thompson 5th. Stelian Chepelewski 6th. Yosonic 7th. 8th for Yannick Ongena. Roy Viverke coming across in 9th. 10th for Rafe Cullinan. And Alex Smolensky finished in 11th place. Tom Depker actually the only retirement of the race. Everybody, we're at the halfway point of tonight's action here in the BSR Formula Renault Series. We'll be back with more last 2 races of the evening. We come back after the break.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Bathurst and round 3 of the evening, round 135 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. Andrew Woodhouse alongside iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson, and Alex, Jack Keithley winning race 2, took a big step towards the title, and it's still very close in the M category.
Well, yeah, huge step, but like I say, both championships still wide open as far as I'm concerned. Just especially at this place, it could really level it out. We've seen all sorts of things tonight. First race, so many people getting into it as well. So who knows what we're going to see this time?
Anything can happen, and we've seen most things that you can see in a motor racing season this season in BSR Formula Renault. Here we go. We're about ready for the start for the 3rd time this evening. Ready to go green at Bathurst. Here we go, the green light is on. Decent start off the front row by Smolensky. Cullinan slots in behind. Verke is in E3. What's Smolensky going to do this time? I think he's going to try and race.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's... Well, he's going to let Rafe go, but that's about it, I think.
What's the point? It's not even being there. Oh, wait. I don't really see the point of being there if you're just going to let everyone through.
3 wide.
Very close. Thompson. Oh, and Honig. And who's that? Yannick Ongener. And Lewisnord just behind them. Then it's Keithley, then Denton, Baxter, and Depka.
Martin didn't quite get the same start, did he, that he got last time. It was up to 3rd by this point already last time. So.
Because there was only one retirement, mate,
of course, yeah.
The grid was well and truly topsy-turvy. Josh Thompson's looking to make some hay in this one. Oh, big crash! I think it's Honig.
It's Honig, and others involved as well. Yannick too.
Depka. Oh no, it's alright, Depka.
Yeah, it was Honig and Ongener. Both of them are out. So 2 faker cars gone.
Oh, wow.
Baxter behind his team meeting Denton.
One of the championship contenders, luckily for Faker, anyway. Thompson.
Verke side by side with Thompson. Yeah.
Yep. Thompson normally trims out the car, but Verke's got some good speed in that Pro Sim car. Do the kink. Thompson's going to be let on the brakes here. Look at that. He surges through. Oh, he's on the grass. And Verke follows him as well. Oh, and everybody's off. And Lewisnord is off. And I think that was Stelian Chepelewski off as well. That was mayhem.
Everybody manages to survive, though. That's the important thing there.
One of the few times we've seen that many cars off the circuit, nobody actually hit each other.
Well, it doesn't respond too well to the grass, but yeah, they all managed to get it through there. Martin now.
Oh, Keithley and there's a good battling here.
He lost the place to Keithley, didn't he, again with that mistake, so wants to get him straight back. I think he will do here.
What if Keithley's going to just... Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Going to allow that, or is he going to fight? Oh, he's fighting hard! And this is where it could get interesting, wheel to wheel. Oh, they're almost touching. Neither man can really afford DNF here.
Thompson up the inside.
Oh,
look at how much room was given once Thompson was up the inside of Jack Keithley. Couldn't get farther away from him if he tried.
Thompson on the curb as well. Oh dear me. Alex, you are spot on. Jack Keithley wanted nothing to do with Josh Thompson, and I do not blame him for what's gone on this season. For which I will say that Keithley's partly responsible, but still. And the smart thing there is Jack. Like he's going to be the champion. Martin van Leeuwenhoek is going to eat Alex Smolensky down the corner straight, I think. It's right in the slipstream, look at that. Was that the slipstream? Who's that miles in front? That's Rafe Cullinan.
Rafe, yeah.
Leading by quite some distance already. About 5 seconds in front. Maybe more than that. And he's now going to be wishing he wore the brown pants, Alex, because lots of a lose those coming.
.4 seconds though, fairly reasonable margin. It's going to take a little while to get there. Thompson through as well on Smolinski, or trying Smolinski around the outside. Nice to see Alec just having a bit of a fight this time.
Battle out there, that's it. That's what you need. Oh, off goes. I think that is Smolinski going off, isn't it? Oh dear. Verke and Baxter side by side. Those guys know the score, don't they? Alex Baxter and Co. They're just cruising along at the back. They're not really. Well, I say they're not really fighting hard. I don't know. I wouldn't be in that scrap if I was. I wouldn't be wanting to be in that. Oh, Stelly nearly runs into the back of Smolinski. And this means that it's all going to bunch up in probably the worst part of the track for it to bunch up, Alex, as they go up the mountain section. Epilevsky denting Baxter and Verke within just 2 seconds of each other. And Smolinski, of course.
Yeah. Little battle.
Big battle.
But
majority of the field.
They're all out there to do the same thing, though, aren't they? Just finish now. Kind of the racing's a bit tame.
Yeah, and we had some
when
really
they
good
get that
racing
opportunity
weeks,
to get through cleanly and easily, that's when they take it. It's not a bad thing.
Epke nearly running into the back of the Faker car. Paul Denton down the hill. Good scrap though, it really is. Following some of the championship contenders. What's the gap at the front then? Down to
3.2 now, so 2 seconds this lap. So
well,
Thompson and Keithley again, side by side.
Rafe Cullinan's going to be hearing.
Yeah, 2.8. So furthermore.
Oh, there's almost some contact between Baxter and Smolinski. Going to be up the inside into Murray surely. Smolinski's late on the brakes though. He's fighting hard against Baker driver. Side beside here to the L corner. And through goes Baxter. Nice move. Completed it well. Chepelewski's going past Bulgarian colleague at ProSim.
Thompson again side by side with Keithley. Oh, Keithley defending inside.
Yeah.
Just when we said didn't care, want to stay away.
Needs to be worried about
really put a bit of effort in.
I'm sure he needs to be worried about. Oh, Thompson!
Big moment, but saves it. Looked good from on board as we were watching.
And you know what? I'll tell you what that is, Alex. That is the new rig that Josh Thompson's got coming into play there. Higher end equipment. One of the things it does is it just makes feel of the car and saving the car a lot easier.
It can do. Like the Bodners and the OSWs and all that lot really can make you catch the car just a little bit quicker.
I will say it's very, very quick reactions from Thompson, but I've no doubt in my mind that good hardware was a good assistant to him on that one.
New phone required as it takes a tumble in the background.
Yeah, have you broken it?
I'll have a look in a minute. So no. Well,
I mean, I can hook you up. We've got Depke with Denton. And there's side by side then. We're only on lap 4 here. Some decent racing out there, I have to say, in this race. But I think overall it's been a bit of a struggle in terms of the competitiveness of the final few weeks of the showdown. I think it was always going to happen with a small field, Alex, and a lot of people giving up, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, like you say, it is what it is now. We've got that core group, haven't we? And it's a bit difficult to bring new people in at this late stage, so...
I was saying in general the showdown's been good, but
As racing's been good.
The fact that there's
I say it's just a shame. Just a shame we're around about that sort of 12, 14 number as Martin gets himself out of shape.
I don't know if you saw it, but Cullinan was very close to the wall.
I missed that part.
I think he may have brushed it, but the inside it was very, very close. He may have heard that iRacing scrape of death on the inside. Doing well to keep Martin behind. Oh, is Martin going to get a run? The downhill section, he thinks about it. Cullinan defending well now. Can he defend well enough through this? Or just take the line well enough through the downhill slalom of the mountain section? Oh, Martin gets a good exit. A very good exit, Alexi. Completely nullifies the fact that Cullinan was on the power earlier.
Yeah, I'll get through. Easy this time, won't he?
Possibly. He's not got amazing straight line speed. He was on the wrong part of the track for the game, but he's through. Gaining more speed. Is Cullinan going to go up the inside? He would have liked to, but Van Loozen so late on the brakes.
And interesting to see him, to see him jump back straight away.
And I think Rafe, though, Rafe knows that it's a good opportunity to get on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, what's Keith, the 1.8, Thompson 1.6 back, so a further 1.6 that is, so yeah, 3 laps to go.
I get some nice slipstream here.
I was about to say, if he can stay in the draft here of Martin, he's just, I think, outside of it, unfortunately, 7/10, yeah, so he's not going to get any advantage at all. A bit unfortunate, but yeah, just even that, you know, just down that straight, a couple of tenths, that might have helped.
Well, if he just keeps driving well, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, I wouldn't exactly bet against Keithley and Thompson possibly coming across each other and running into each other again, but I don't think they're even close enough for that. Smolensky is touring across the line at 100 kilometres an hour. What has happened to Alex Smolensky? Looking a high gear or something? He's back going again now. I do not know what that was all about. Waiting for Cheppy? He's waiting for Viverke, is he? No idea.
I'm not sure.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, Viverke is through.
Not as bizarre as it's not as bizarre as his J-turn at Phillip Island, but
yeah,
it's
maybe
bizarre.
Maybe he is waiting for Roy. Of course, remember Roy's still in with a shout, isn't he? Every point counts for Roy. So.
Well, Tom Depker is out, Alex, and
I don't really know. He's lost his front end again.
Will it?
I don't know. His front end's gone again. So.
And
all of a sudden, Thompson miles back. I don't know why. He's got damage.
Walensky lost it at Forest Elbow, and Depker just went right into him. I don't know whether he'll be able to find it.
Oh, I don't know.
On lap 5.
It's a bit too far back. Yeah, I can only get the 60 seconds instant jump back, I'm afraid.
Ah, fair enough. It was about a lap ago. We didn't see it on the camera, unfortunately. We just saw the aftermath of Smolensky cruising around, really. Keithley within striking distance of Cullinan now. What Rafe can do into the second corner. Stay in front of Jack Keithley. Did a good job is Rafe, though. Started second place, he's still there. In a reverse grid race, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got 1.5 laps to try and hold on to this. I think down the back straight is going to be easy pickings for Jack, but we got to hold on to the third because Thompson's got some problems, I think. So some sort of damage.
I mean, I know how hard it is having raced in this series this season, and especially when you're a slower driver and you're trying to keep a faster driver behind, and an inevitability about the fact that you're going to lose your position, but try and fight hard and fight the best you can and see what happens, and that's what Rafe Cullinan's going to be doing here.
through, I think. Got that run, got the slipstream. Such a long straight, it makes overtaking so easy, doesn't it, in the end?
Oh yeah, in this car with good slipstream. Well, and then, he might fight this, but just not late enough on the brakes, and that's not anything he could do really about that. Thompson is about 5 seconds behind now, so it looks like Cullinan's going to get on the podium again. Well, he's going to be very happy with that, I'm sure. Just 1 lap to go then.
Yeah, good job from Rafe this lap, this race, and Jack as well, get himself into second. What are they at the moment? Net 1 point loss. That's all it is, isn't it? So that's nothing really. Well, it's not quite 1 point, is it? There's bonuses.
It's
and
more
all that
points
sort of
for
stuff
first and second at least, isn't it? But
yeah, it's not a huge difference still. So closest battle. It's not really a battle. This is just Smolensky staying behind his teammate Roy. Roy will trundle down the straight. Look at the speed difference.
Look at that. There he goes.
I think he's going to let him go back through again though. Well, I'm not sure what they're playing at.
On some of those cars, isn't there, really? Burke's rear wing is bent inwards, and Smolensky's probably got... Smolensky will definitely have suspension damage from hitting Depke. There was really nowhere that he could go whatsoever. In fact, he's in the pits, he's had enough. As Roy Verken, I don't blame him, really.
Well, he won't be 2 laps down now, will he? So
he's going to finish the race, and he's not going to have to bother with another lap.
Yeah.
That's state of affairs, really, when we have to say that. That's really how it is. Alright. I'm losing on then down the Conrad Straight then for the 3rd time of the night. It's been a good race for the Dutchman. Took him a little longer than normal to get his way to the front, but once he did, well, he's not looked back from there. He's just got 2 corners to go now. It's the right-hander here. And then Murray's round 135 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship goes to Martin van Loozenau. 2 wins for him tonight.
Yeah, good race from Martin. Again, he took him a little bit longer, didn't it, to get to the front, but he's patient, got himself there, make any mistakes.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing this time, no mistakes, Baxter, because that was what lost him, obviously, race 2.
Baxter couldn't quite get Thompson in the end. Hope he's there. Denton as well, again, just locking up the points. Just lost a little bit of ground again on his teammate, but he's still there to pick up the pieces if there's like a DNF or anything for Stephen. And of course, Honig's had a DNF this one as well, so that's put him way out now, I would think. He's desperate for both of these guys to have that. So for Verke, because he's had 3 finishes now, that's going to put him into 3rd place in the championship, I believe, isn't it? Yeah. So good job for Roy, that's why he's trying to get around there, really.
Yeah, exactly, just get the points on the board. So Martin van Loozenau then wins by 5 seconds over Jack Keithley, with Rafe Cullinan in 3rd, taking a really excellent podium from the front row of the grid. Josh Thompson in 4th, 5th for Stephen Baxter, Stelin Chepelewski in 6th, Paul Denton in 7th, and then the cars 1 lap down on more. Roy Verke and Alex Smolensky, they did effectively finish the race 1 lap down, and then Tom Depke, Jos Honig and Yannick Ongener did not. Right, well, everybody, just 1 more round to go tonight here in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship, and you will see that when we return here on Apex Racing TV after the break.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV. It's the final race of the evening, the BSR Formula Renault, here at the Mount Panorama circuit in Australia. Andrew Woodhouse and Alex Simpson bringing you all the action. Alex, like, what experience have you got of this circuit? Because I know we talked about not really one that I remember you doing many races on.
Yeah, very little, to be honest. It's not a track that I generally like to drive. I mean, I did that fun thing in the F1 car just to beat JB's record. That was about it, really, and I haven't really done any races, a couple of little tests in it. I used to love it back in, like, TOCA days, but...
I think that was more maybe just because it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, but, yeah, in iRacing, I've just not really enjoyed driving it, to be honest. Obviously, I suck at the challenging tracks because I don't drive the Nordschleife either.
Well, but I mean, yeah, I've driven here a couple of times, and it is hard work and a great circuit in terms of, you know, the challenge, and if you're good at it and you put the practice in. But I think it catches out a lot of the average drivers who don't really have the skill to really skim the walls with the tyres. You almost need to be taking the sponsor logo off the side of the tyre, don't you, around here, to be really quick.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the thing, isn't it? So.
All right, down to the grid then. Alexander Smolenski is on pole position with Roy Verke alongside him. Paul Denton in third, Stellan Chepelewski fourth, Stephen Baxter fifth, Josh Thompson in sixth, seventh for Rafe Cullinan, eighth for Jack Keithley, ninth for Martin van Loosenhoorn, 10th Tom Depke, Josonic in 11th, and Yannick Ongener in 12th place. Okay then. Right, ready for the start. Final round of the evening. Goes, the green light is on. Good start by Smolenski. Really good start by Denton. He's up the inside. Oh, and Chepelewski almost hitting his teammate coming through turn one, locking up. See what the rest of them can do as they go up the straight towards turn two. Pretty scary circuit when you're in a pack like this. Loosenhoorn looking for an opening, as is Keithley. Keithley's just behind, but Keithley doesn't need to really take any chances here. Loosenhoorn slicing his way through past Verke. He's almost making it. Is he going to try and make it through wide? I wouldn't recommend it, Martin. Oh, dear me. With Denton and Thompson. He doesn't really need to take these risks. I don't know. Oh, high centred on the curb. And that can really ruin your race. Alex, I remember breaking some suspension there. Yeah. Once in the Kia.
We've seen many, you know, a car end up in the wall because of that as well. So.
Really not what they wanted there at all. And Loosenhoorn right behind the Faker SimSport Europe car of Paul Denton. Alongside, gaining slightly, ever so slightly. Denton can't reply into the chicane. And Loosenhoorn just too late on the brakes in this situation. Oh, it was a bit of a mistake by Roy Verke. He goes a little bit deep, and Stephen Baxter trying to get past on the outside line. Late on the brakes for Baxter, all the way around the outside of Murray's. That's a nice move. Oh, look at this, Ongener. Depke now attacking Roy as well. Going to get a rest from the constant overtaking moves. Does Roy, Alex? Oh, the grass. Oh.
Well,
he's still
Yannick likes to get involved, doesn't he? That's for sure.
Still making it through, mate, as well. Look at the Rafe Cullinan as well. Podium finisher in in the previous race. Wow. Tom Depke got really, really close there. Curb, and it nearly sent him into Cullinan.
Good little battle there for a while. What's going on at the front? Thompson 3/10 behind Smolenski. feel like Thompson hasn't won anything tonight. He wants to get one.
Dirty air though, affecting him through the top section of the course. Just getting right in the dirty air, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's got a little gap on Martin right now though, so if he can get by now, then there's 3 seconds there that he can try and work on building while Martins gets by.
Needs to have a go maybe into Forest Elbow. Oh, he's had a bit of contact. Close.
It's very close. It's okay. Got that run, that wide line, didn't he? So he got the extra run off, and here he comes. And Martin's through as well.
He's through. And we'll see actually if Smolenski fancies to go back into the chicane. He hasn't got the straight line speed, Alex, at all. In the slipstream and so much slower than Thompson, who always likes to trim that car out. Smolenski hitting the curb hard. Excuse me. Air bubble. Only 7 seconds covering the whole field actually. At the end of the previous lap. Spread out a tiny bit on this one. Don't think anybody's bit the dust, have they?
No, everybody's still running out there. Keithy behind Cheppy, Baxter, Denton, so championship contenders are really there. Ververke, obviously for the AM, he's still there, dropping back a little bit. Honig's behind him, so Honig's meeting doesn't seem to be going that well. Has he got any damage? No. So it just doesn't move forward.
2 side-by-side battles.
Martin goes through, sweeps through into turn 2. 1.5 seconds is the gap, so Thompson not able to build.
He flew through on Stellion as well. First time we've seen Thompson with some clear air and no damage tonight, so see exactly how he can go. He was banned from qualifying, so couldn't see any pace there. Gonna have to drive the wheels off that though if he's going to stay ahead of the Dutchman. Don't forget Jack Keithley in 3rd place, looking really strong for the championship now is Keithley. As long as he finishes this race, he's going to have an excellent advantage going into the last meeting. Could be anywhere. It's a very close vote at the moment.
Having a little look on board with Smolenski. He's got Denton just behind him, so starting to work their way down the mountain through onto the Conrod Straight. Depka, he needs to. Depka's in a funny position, isn't he? Basically, he doesn't even need to finish really, and he's going to get 3rd in the championship. So,
what's the money rolling, mate?
Yeah, just no one else there. So now that the likes of Lebert and people aren't racing.
Good point. Oh yeah, I noticed that Lebert wasn't bad, isn't it? As you've got. I knew there was someone missing. Smolenski, Henton. And I'm gonna have a real look at the inside of Smolenski, but not managing to get through this time. If he's gonna have a go. Oh, Smolenski hard on the brakes behind Denton. He's another one who doesn't really need to do anything extraordinary, does he? But he is losing ground to Stephen Baxter once more. He loses another place here. Nobody's. Oh, that's close. Smolenski.
Oh, Denton, big time. That's not what he wanted.
See that happening.
Is he going to be able to continue? He wants to try and spin the car. He's got to wait for the traffic to come by.
Oh, look at that.
Just be impatient.
A real mess.
Oh, he's had to. Oh no, he spun it round.
He's beached.
Oh wow.
Centered.
That is not what he wanted to do.
Can he reverse it? Can he get it off there?
That's an absolute driver error. That is right there, isn't it?
Yeah. I think he didn't have to go all the way back, I don't think.
Oh, look at that. He's put it in reverse.
Well done. Whew. That's so lucky for his championship.
Yeah, that could have been there,
could have been the
no
end.
point. Yeah, no points and been the end of the championship.
It could have been the Lewis Hamilton China 2007 moment, couldn't it? For Paul Denton. Front wing damage. Rear wing damage, maybe some damage to the diffuser as well. So, yeah, real issues there for Denton, and that was, oh dear, Smolenski poor driving, and Denton unfortunately had the arse end of that one. Back at the front then, and Martin Van Loozenhoor's taking the lead.
Yeah, Thompson really didn't get away, did he, at all? He's just hunted him down and got by.
This isn't one of Thompson's better tracks, I think, this one.
No, I'm going to see if I can get back far enough that we might be able to see this overtake.
It was up there on the pace, wasn't it? Pretty much the last few weeks that we've been covering the series. He's been right at the front of the field. He was even quicker than Pete Berryman when he returned for one of the other meetings.
Yeah, you're right. It was very quick, wasn't he? So, but again, this is just a place where you need to have supreme confidence that you know where absolutely everything is. Yeah. Every bump on the circuit. That's what really makes you fast around here. And so it was a mistake really going up the mountain with a big lockup. That's what allowed Martin through. Just capitalised on that and drove through. So thank you very much. Good move.
Right, and
well,
left.
who's around? We've got
Honig
Verke
around.
and Honig. Yeah.
Honig around, but Verke's just come out of the pits.
Oh, okay.
Then you've got the battered car of Denton. Oh dearie me.
Well, I'm not really sure why Honig's going slow down the pit straight there. Did he knock him? Let's go back a bit further. Did he knock him into the pit lane? Did he wait? Did he wait for him? They both go. Oh, I really don't know what's going on here. They were next to each other. So yeah, let's watch this out. See what's happened. I've seen some bizarre things before. It's almost like Honig's waited on the straight while Verke's gone through the pits. Is there contact or anything?
Makes a lot of sense.
I can't see how there is at this point.
I tell you, I went back though, and Ongen has been in the wall.
Yeah. I can't see that. He's just slowed down.
Thompson's out, by the way.
Oh. Well, this is the bizarrest thing I've ever seen. They're just cruising through down the pit lane together. Well, one's on the pit lane and one's on the right.
Been doing BSR, mate. Nothing's the bizarrest thing you've ever seen.
Just literally, because we were still on the replay, I jumped to Josh and we saw where he made his mistake. Heavy
wrong with his wheel, mate.
That's that one done.
Did something went wrong with his wheel, but
he was on about it. He kept disconnecting, isn't he? So, and actually, it did just look like it stopped steering, so that would make sense.
Like he locked the brakes in, kind of just trying to stop it, wasn't he? Really. That's his championship done. Thompson. And I have many of them left next week, mate. This is going.
Well, fortunately, we're on to the final week, so I think definitely there's a few drivers waiting to see the back of the series. But it'd be still going to be good to hand out all the prize money and things like that. So
that's the bit that we're looking forward to.
Yeah, over $5,500 worth of prize money, isn't there? So, you know, it's not too shabby.
It's pretty good.
I don't know many other private leagues that run on iRacing that get that sort of prize money.
They're one of the highest paying private leagues, that's right. Honig and Verke continuing their bizarre encounter. Holland versus Belgium, maybe it's some Benelux in-joke or something. I've no idea. I wonder if Honig's trying to get more points for Denton, you know? You reckon?
Possibly.
You reckon he's trying to get past Roy?
It's a bit. He could have gone clean past, couldn't he?
I think he's waiting until Denton gets there.
Pit, so I really don't get it.
He's just waiting until Denton gets there to maybe try and pass Roy now and maybe try and hold Roy up, because Denton's car is absolutely knackered.
Yeah,
might give him an extra point or two, might it? They've got to pass Roy first. Neither of them look likely to do that at the minute.
No, it's certainly a weird one. I guess Martin crosses the line. Yeah, 2 more laps to go. Then rounds out this evening. 1, 2, and 3. It's been a pretty familiar story for these 3 drivers. Martin Van Loozenhoor leading the way. Keithley in second, and he had a win tonight, but Baxter in third once again. He's had 3 thirds, and 3 AM wins.
Driver of the meeting for me, Stephen Baxter.
Yeah, it's not going to do his championship any harm one little bit, is it?
Verke and Honig through the chase. Verke just backs out of that. Look at the points, look at the points.
Oh dear.
Come on, Roy, have some racing, man. The thing is,
fortunately, there'll be none of that going on in the touring cars because there's far too many cars out there and everything's
it is true,
a lot closer. So
oh, what's
they
going
have
on
to
here?
race.
Roy lets Denton through, and Honig's waiting for. I don't know what's going on. No idea at all. Get off the track.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's like, you go, no, you go,
say,
no,
though,
you go, you
Roy
go.
will probably be laughing at some of it at least. The smile never does leave his face.
To you, to me. It's just like, oh god.
They are like the Chuckle Brothers at the minute.
Yeah.
I must admit. I don't know what's going on between them at all. It's not a race. It's a farce. It's fair.
Let's jump on board with Martin. Final lap of the race. Final lap of
man.
the evening. And yeah, just sit back and just watch him just attack this Mount Panorama circuit. Because I have no doubts Martin, even on the final lap of the race, is just going to give it some.
Be pushing hard. 2 minutes .9 was the last lap, and that was his fastest lap of the race. That was the fastest lap of the race on the previous lap. So he's going to go for it again, no doubt. So confident, carries so much speed through turn 2, then up the hill, fast left kink. Got to get your braking right here. So easy to lock a wheel up in the wall. Either side, really. Nicely done up the hill. Very bumpy through here as well. It's not really a great track for single seaters for that reason. It's just so violent, tension and the floor.
Yeah, this is why it works for like the V8s and the Utes and all the other things that they race around here in real life.
They love bumps and curbs. Oh!
Well, this is why we went on board, because always some excitement.
Will be the fastest lap of the race, though. How close is he to that wall? Close enough on the last lap when you're leading by 4 seconds, anyway. Then this big
jump
long.
Martin just for the hell of it on the final lap of the race.
Now, I've heard about this, but I've not seen it.
Well, I don't think you can. I think you do get enough of a slowdown that actually it would cost him the race, but yeah, it's pretty awesome.
But over to the left there.
Yeah, exactly. There's a sort of like a ramp that goes up on the on the gravel, and it jumps you over the wall. It's pretty awesome.
Here we go then. The final corner of the evening for Martin van Loozenhoorn. It's a hat-trick for him, and he wins here at Bathurst. Jack Keithley, however, is going to go into the final round with a really, really nice advantage. Stephen Baxter, speaking of advantages, it's advantage Baxter in the AM category. Delian Shepelevsky, he's going to get a nice cheeky 4th place. Well done to him. Tom Depker in 5th. We've got a long way to wait for Alex Smolensky, and then what on earth the other 3 are doing? Oh, Honig's had a crash. He's lost the front nose cone assembly, so... What on earth has happened here? Is it the same? Oh! Well, it's bizarre. What you make of that?
Oh, I'm not even going to go back and watch it, to be honest.
In fact, don't bother.
They just seem to be messing around there, so...
In fact, don't bother yet. If they're not going to take it seriously, we're not either. So, Martin van Loozenhoorn then takes the win. Oh, somebody's crashed. Oh, Honig. Okay, van Loozenhoorn takes the win by 4 seconds over Keithley, and then it's Baxter in 3rd, Chepelevsky 4th, Depker 5th, 6th Smolensky. Then, don't know who's going to be... Oh wait, did Smolensky finish, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Alright, he just disappeared off my screen, but I think they're waiting so long for the others to come through. I think that's why he's just disappeared. Denton, does he get 7th in the end? Yes, he does. Because that's not too bad, really, considering. Don't think he'll be caring about the messing about and all the other stuff.
No, exactly. He'll just be happy to have got points, to be honest.
Okay. Okay, 8th and Honig 9th. Thompson, Ongena and Cullinan failed to score. Right then, everybody. That is pretty much all we've got time for tonight here on Apex Racing TV and Facebook Live. Join us back on Thursday afternoon for the BSR TC as that heads towards the showdown as well. From myself, Andrew Woodhouse, and from iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson, it's goodbye from Bathurst. We'll see you on Thursday.